Hey guys, this video is from our latest Rick and Johnny podcast. Make sure to check out the full podcast on blogtalkradio.com/Rick and Johnny. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know Johnny and I had fun recording it.
This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, saving your day from boredom with the best podcasting entertainment.
What's up, everybody? Ricky Widmer here, along with fellow man-child Johnny Karlic.
Wubba-dubba-dub-dub.
And we are back for the Rick and Johnny podcast here on Most Valuable Podcast. If you're on YouTube, hey guys, it is great to see your nerdy faces today. That's what I'm going to say, your nerdy faces. If you were on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, and Stitcher, thank you guys for listening to us, giving us the download today, giving us a part of your time. Johnny, we got a jam-packed show. This is the last day of Double Podcast Month.
March Madness.
It is March Madness is coming to a close here on the Rick and Johnny podcast. As this is podcast numero uno, we will have numero dos, which is our Power Rangers review. However, we're going to be talking Power Rangers today. We're going to be kind of looking over the 6-movie arc that Saban says that they have.
Oh, yeah.
On top of number 2, which is the review. But in this one, we're going to be looking at also the Justice League movie. We have a new trailer. Actually, we got more than 2 trailers. We got some teaser stuff that came out Thursday.
Bunch of
Batman.
posters came out before the trailer.
Batman, Aquaman, and The Flash were the ones that got those trailers and those big posters.
Yeah.
And then we got the trailer, which dropped yesterday. And then we're going to be looking at the rated R comic book movies and if more of those kind of movies are good and bad for us, the fans. So we're going to be looking at Justice League, Power Rangers, and rated R comic book movies here on the podcast. But Johnny, I want to jump into the Justice League trailer. And the reason why we titled this the way we did on YouTube is my first thought after watching this trailer was I said out loud, will Justice League actually be good? Will it actually be a good movie? What do you think? Do you think it's going to be a good movie?
You know what? Watching from the trailer, I mean, that's hard to say because
Look at trailer.
Well, look at Batman v Superman.
Exactly.
It looked good when we had the trailers.
It looked good early on. We're like, oh my God, we're going to get Batman and Superman together.
But you know what? I don't want to compare this to that because a lot of the stuff they're showing is a lot different type of aspects of the movie. We get the one thing that's really great is we get just like you and I know, and a lot of you probably know from the 90s, it was 2000s cartoon of Justice League.
Yep.
You get a lot of that back and forth joking around with all of them. And yeah, they're just getting to know each other. We get a few origin, like at least partial origin stories thrown in there. But I think it's going to be good overall.
I'm on the same boat, but however, I'm a little skeptic about it because
I know you are.
Because of Batman v Superman. It's not the skepticism that I had for Power Rangers, which I was surprisingly pleased. But the thing with this one is I go, oh man, it looks so good. But then I have that little voice in the back of my head going, hey, guy, bring it back here. Come on.
They're going to do it again.
Bring it back here. Don't fall into that hole. This is me taking you away from
It's like a bad relationship.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like
Ricky wants to crawl back.
I want it to be so good, but you've burned me before in the past to where I have that thought in the back of my head. But to me, the reason why I'm leaning towards, well, I'm hoping, but I'm kind of leaning towards that I think Justice League is actually going to be good and will actually be a DC movie that we're like, oh, thank God they didn't screw that up, was because to me, the one thing that they mentioned when they said after Batman v Superman, it was right before Suicide Squad. It was when Suicide Squad was in so late post-production that they couldn't change much. They brought on Jeff Johns, who
Very true.
wrote a lot of the comics. He did the Green Lantern Blackest Night story arc that Mark and I read on A Graphic Conversation. And when he came on, one of the big things they said that they were going to do, and it was kind of his job to kind of help with this, is they wanted to make the characters true to who they are. And that, to me, I was like, yes, in Jeff we trust. In Jeff Johns we trust, because he is going to save the DC cinematic, or the DC extended universe. I'm sorry, I don't want to go all Marvel on DC.
DCEU yet now.
Yeah, DCEU, not the MCU, but that to me was the big thing. Like, yes, okay, give me, like, that's, maybe it's my nostalgia kind of getting in there, but with comic book fans, if there is just a little bit thing off with how the character act from the comics or from whatever you liked most, whichever one you paid attention to most. So if that was a Batman comic book, that is what you're going to reference towards. For me, my two big references of Batman are the animated series and then also the Justice League actual TV cartoon growing up when we were kids. And the thing I liked about this was I felt that this was, just from the trailer we got, I was like, yes, I can believe those are the characters. Aquaman felt like Aquaman. Well, Aquaman's different because
Aquaman. Yeah, actually, I want to point that out.
They're trying to give him a little personality, and they're trying not to make it like he's Aquaman. No one cares about him. But like Wonder Woman, Bruce or Batman, Barry Allen, and like I could, from their conversations in the trailer and from their attitude, I could see that's the Flash, that's Batman, that's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Even Cyborg, you get, at least, we don't see him a ton in the trailer, just little snippets here and there, but I can believe it's Cyborg, kind of Boy Scout-ish.
Can I ask you one thing? And maybe this is me not remembering this from either Teen Titans or the Justice League when he was in there. When there's the shot in the trailer where he's flying up into space and the mask comes around him.
Yeah.
Was that something? Am I the only one that went like, is that something they're adding there? Or is that something that he's always had?
I've never seen him have that before, but I get where they're going with that because he does still have human elements to his body. So if he's going to fly that high into the atmosphere, you have to have protection of some sort. So I get where they went with that. As you know, as we all know, they're going to take some liberties.
Yeah.
And that's one of them I'm okay with because you're putting a little bit more believability into the character then.
Yeah, you're not just changing stuff to change stuff. But let me know about because you said when I brought up Aquaman that was something.
Yeah, you know what? I always took Aquaman and the one they're going with, the beard, the long hair. He's more serious. He's more...
Khal Drogo.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not even talking... Yeah, he's more Khal Drogo.
Well, that's because that's who...
I'm talking about the cartoon ones. He's always more serious.
Short blonde hair.
Oh, not even talk about him. When you talk about the animated series, the Justice League, just remember he was the king of Atlantis, so he's more serious. He always
diplomatic.
He took himself very seriously. This one, he seems like he's having a lot of fun.
Well, it's one of those things
with whatever he can do.
I'm interested to see. Aquaman's the most interesting character story arc that I'm interested for this movie, because coming into Justice League, the only characters that are going to have their movies out are Batman's origin story was kind of told in Batman v Superman.
Somewhat.
But let's be honest, unless you were born on, what's today's date? If you were born on March 25th, 2017, everyone either knows or at least is, I know that kind of a thing when it comes to Batman's origin story. Everyone has heard some kind of tale or some kind of version.
Something of it.
Of that origin story because he's so mainstream. Same with Superman. Superman's an alien that came here, boom, he's got superpowers. And
thank you, Yellow Sun.
Those two, you kind of didn't have to go full-blown origin story, but we did have Man of Steel. Wonder Woman, we will get a little bit more of her origin story when Wonder Woman comes out later this year.
Yep, we'll have her before Justice League comes out.
Everyone else, Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman. We're not going to get... They're going to have to tie their origin stories into this movie. And here's the thing I am most interested about with Aquaman is his origin story. Because what I'm kind of thinking right now, I'm kind of theorizing in my head, is what I think may happen. Because there was test footage like a week or two ago that me and you were like, should we talk about it? No.
Yeah, we
burner
pushed
it because there was other things that we had to hit. And it was test footage of Aquaman swimming up to the throne. Somebody sitting there looked like could be his brother, who is the king of Atlantis at some point in the comics. And to me, that may be where they are going with it, where Aquaman's not the king of Atlantis right now. He might be exiled from Atlantis.
Or you know what? Because a lot of, at least the references I have are always from the cartoons. It's never from the comic books.
Yeah.
So I've always seen it that his brother takes it from him. Like anytime Aquaman goes to do something on the surface or something that's not in Atlantis, opportunity strikes. It's just like Loki.
And
He just swoops in and takes it.
And for those who don't know, his brother is Ocean Master,
Yes.
who they have said is going to be in the Aquaman movie. Ocean Master is one of Aquaman's villains. So what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen is maybe a little bit like Thor and Loki, like you said, but I'm thinking right now either Arthur Curry / Aquaman is either exiled from Atlantis, or he's just been like, hey, you know what? Ocean Master took the throne from me. I'm out here kind of doing my own thing, kind of like a hermit of Atlantis, because the big difference between Aquaman and Ocean Master as their rulers is Aquaman was all for making an alliance, not an alliance, but being peaceful with the human world.
Surface world,
The surface world, thank you. Where Ocean Master was always like, no, Atlantis is we are it, and we need to take the surface world. We need to beat them before they come and take over our land.
Yeah.
So he was more like, get the army, get the troops, we're going to fight the surface world kind of a thing. That's what that goes to. So I'm thinking maybe we get the origin story a little bit here. He's kind of exiled. He joins the Justice League. And then the Aquaman movie is kind of like the Thor movies, where it's like, hey, I'm with these guys. Boom, I got to go back to Atlantis.
Go back home and take care of stuff.
Because just like Thor, Atlantis isn't, I mean, it's not like a different realm like Asgard is.
But it's not right there.
It's that same kind of difference where if he's in Atlantis, he might not know what's going on in the surface world.
Exactly. So, yeah, no, I agree with that part. And then, as we see, there's a little bit parts of his origin story. You see what's we speculate to be his wife. Mara. And you said there's supposed to be Black Manta in the Aquaman movie, right? Speculated?
I think Black Manta, it's either going to be Black Manta or Ocean Master.
I mean, it could be both,
but
too.
if they have Black Manta, the one thing, and I'm pleading again. I pleaded in the Venom movie, and I'm pleading again. Please don't change the helmet.
No, please leave the helmet alone.
Just keep the helmet like the Stingray helmet with the red eyes that we remember.
2 tubes coming off the back.
Don't change it.
There's no need to.
That would be amazing to see in a movie. Just Manta's helmet that you just kind of have there. But no, I like what I see. And like with Cyborg, it looks like we are going to get his true origin story.
Because you do see him as what looks like him as a human. Completely.
Because if you're not familiar to Cyborg, 2 things. First off, he was football player.
Yes.
You get a shot of him playing football in the trailer, and they are kind of changing his origin story for the DCEU. Because how they're doing it here, and we saw this in a little bit of Batman v Superman, is how he becomes Cyborg in these movies is the box that you see in the trailer. Those are the boxes that Darkseid obviously wants, will help him destroy the world. The parademons are obviously, you see it where
popping out of it or something.
Cyborg's father finds it, like has it in his office and sees it's kind of reacting differently. And then you see kind of the parademon with the eyes behind him. Where I'll say, I didn't like the parademons in Batman v Superman. They look great in this trailer.
They do, yeah.
They look great in the trailer. I felt like in Batman v Superman, they were just kind of thrown in. You could have had a better way to introduce me to the parademon-ism for the universe.
Yeah.
But if they were introduced this way, like this is the first thing I'm seeing of the parademons, exactly what Kevin Smith said in his Batman v Superman review when he's like, yeah, I'm sitting next to Jay, and we looked at each other and went, fucking parademons, man. That's what I'd be doing now if they weren't introduced in Batman v Superman. Like, yeah, we're getting parademons.
Yeah.
Because this was awesome how they were introduced.
No, they look really good now.
Aquaman, like, throwing his spear through him. He jumps up to off the Batmobile and one just takes him off. And it's one of those things where this is going to be... You know what? I'm not going to say it. See, I'm getting... You see me, Johnny. I'm getting ramped up.
You're ramped
I'm
up.
getting excited. But back to Cyborg, the other boxes that Darkseid wants, apparently that is being played into how Cyborg becomes Cyborg.
Yeah.
And that's why it's one of those things where they're kind of tweaking it, but we'll see how it goes. But even the Flash, like, I was all for, like, I was upset when they didn't take the TV Flash and make him the Flash for the movies. Obviously, they weren't going to do that, but I wanted them to.
Same here. I like the Barry Allen they have for that, but I understand.
I like the Flash now.
So do I.
I could see him, and the biggest kind of arc for me throughout this entire conversation is the characters seem like the characters. Batman v Superman, they didn't feel like the characters to me.
Not a lot, no.
They just
I
didn't
got
feel
some
like
of it. Batfleck was probably the best part of that.
He was a great... he has a great one-liner in this one where the Flash just goes, "What's your superpower again?" He goes, "I'm rich."
See,
I love it.
The snarkiness and the sarcasm of it just fits so well. And we even possibly may get little hints, if nothing else, at Flash's...
origin story,
because you do see him talking to a man in a prison. That's his dad,
his father. Yeah, and they put the hand on the glass. It's
signify.
It's good.
The relationship.
I hope it's good.
I do too.
It's good. The last thing I want to mention from my side before I kind of let you kind of give your final thoughts on it.
Yeah.
On top of, and I'm kind of beating the dead horse here of the characters seem like the characters. Even when Bruce and Diana talk for that little bit, I kind of get the same kind of feeling when they would interact in the cartoon when we were kids. Because it was like Superman was the head, Batman was I'm a part of the Justice League, but I'm not here all the time. I'm a loner, so I'm going to go out and do my own thing. And kind of Wonder Woman was that third in command, and she would not be afraid to kind of speak up to Bruce, speak up to Superman, and you kind of get that a little bit where he goes, "They're coming, Bruce. They're already here." Like, even though it's not like they're fighting with each other or arguing, but you can kind of see that, okay, she's kind of stepping up.
Willing to set him straight.
And even with Batman being the loner, where JJJ, our Commissioner Gordon, for this one goes, "It's nice to see you play well with others." And he just, at Aquaman, dressed like a bat. I can dig it. And when Batfleck looks over and goes, "It might be temporary." Oh, I was like, oh, this is gonna be funny.
That was great.
Batman is going to be my favorite. Batfleck is going to be my favorite. But
He's doing a great job.
What are your final thoughts on Justice League? And do you think it's going to be good?
I think it's going to be good. The one thing I'm hoping they don't do, just like they did Batman v Superman, is cram too much in there.
I hope not. I don't think they will, because it's being split into two movies. But who knows?
I know. But all I'm saying is I'm hoping they don't do that, because we crammed in Superman secondary story, Batman origin story, we crammed in Wonder Woman, we crammed in parademons and a little hint at Darkseid. Then we crammed in, what's the villain's name?
From Batman v Superman, Lex Luthor.
I'm talking about the other one, the monster that did not look like
Doomsday.
Doomsday. That
didn't look like Doomsday.
It looked more like a troll from The Hobbit.
Yeah, it didn't look. Or I'm sorry, you meant Lex Luthor. I thought he was the Joker half of the movie, because it looked like he would have played a better Joker than a better Lex Luthor.
Yeah, and you know what? I liked it somewhat. The homage.
Maybe they should recast Jared Leto with Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
With Eisenberg. Maybe that. Sorry, Jared Leto. I hope you're not mad at me, but maybe they should do that, because basically Lex Luthor was the Joker.
Yeah, and the red hair, I was fine with that, because they originally had it, and then they went bald, which is fine. But I mean, he just had too many story arcs. Too many story arcs thrown in there. And let's try and keep the characters somewhat what they look like.
What's your mom's name? Your mom's name's Martha? Dude, my mom's name's Martha.
We just become best friends?
Yeah, you're damn right we did.
Want to do karate in the garage?
We got so much room for activities, Johnny. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
Don't cram too much in, and I don't think we're going to get that here.
I don't think so either. Looks like they're putting just enough in, but not like jamming stuff down our throats.
Well, and this is where you guys come in. Let us know down below in the description. What do you guys think? After seeing the trailer, link for that is down below in the description as well. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's going to be a good movie? Are you excited for it? Are you nervous? Are you a little skeptic like I am, even though after talking about it, I really want to see it, and I hope November comes right now.
Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the Rick and Johnny podcast. Want to see more of them? Click right here. Comment down below what you did like, what you didn't like, what more you want to see of, so we can know how to get this towards you guys. Thank you, and enjoy.